You know, when a team fails to meet the goal, siyempre maraming lessons ang napapulot dyan eh. So that the endeavor is not totally wasted. So Petron reached Game 7, this close to winning the championship. What did they learn from not just the series, but the entire tournament, Governor's Cup?
I think they learned that for them to be successful, they have to accept that Junmar Fajardo is their main man.
Why are you saying that they need to learn to accept it? Ba feeling mo ba may mga ayaw tanggapin yun? Feeling mo ba there is a sort of like resistance to that trend?
It's not resistance na if one player na sinasabi niya ayoko si Junmar na yung magdala ng team. I think it's more of the tradition ng team. Hindi pa kasi malinaw na kay Junmar yung team. And I think the San Mig Coffee series parang shows na if you want to be successful, give him as many touches as possible and work from inside out. Hindi pag ganun yung hindi pag ganun yung Petron. Sometimes nag-veer away sila from that and I think it won't help them. So if there's one lesson, kay Junmar na tong team na to.
Wow, that's a revolutionary concept because
by Arvin Jan.
Because naisip mo lang yung maybe this is Junmar's team because Junmar surfaced the Rain or Shine series and then the San Mig Coffee series. Yep. You wouldn't have thought of this during the elimination round.
No.
Which is, yun na nga, parang ang nakikita ko for Petron is that did they learn na parang they now have two ways to win. That the parang balanced attack style, which is, you hear a lot of Lassiter and Lots and Cabagnot and Arwin and so forth. And then you have the Kraken style, which is you dump it to Junmar, dump it to the post, and then bahala na si Junmar because wala namang makabantay sa
Totally agree. I think na Petron was most dangerous when they weren't predictable in their offense. Because there were stretches in games where you didn't know who was going to score, whether it was Lassiter, whether it was Arwin, whether it was Junmar. The thing kasi with what Carlos said, in my opinion, is kung 100% totally devoted kayo kay Fajardo, it becomes predictable. Sure, there's no one in the PBA right now, or probably 2 or 3 who can actually stop Junmar one-on-one. But then, Coach Tim Cone showed that there are ways to do it, like denying him the inbound pass, or bodying him up, or double teams. Now, I think what Petron learned is, for me, is how good they are. How good their team is right now. And it's just a matter of continuity. It's just a matter of just sticking with what they have right now, and then maybe just adding like a wrinkle of certain offensive sets. Not always with Fajardo, for them to really be dominant. Kasi para sa akin, kung ako si Coach G, ang lakas-lakas na ng team ko. I just have to sit back. I just have to make sure na our team, all the players are on the right page, and nakakatakot ang Petron for all the other PBA teams right now.
Most important lesson for Petron from the Governor's Cup.
That's tough. I agree with both their points. You gotta give Fajardo the ball and the continuity. I think for me, they probably would learn. They probably learn who are the guys they can trust at the end of the game. Who are the guys who need to be on the floor? Who are the guys who should be sitting down, and who to go to when it matters. And I think they should really just stick to the system. They have a system.
Yeah, pero ano yung system ba? Is it the...
they have their own offensive system, they have their own defensive system, and they should stick to that because it was working for them, and maybe Coach Tim found a way to stop that. But if you look at Coach Tim and all his teams, he's never changed a triangle in all the years he's coached. Doesn't matter what team he is. And I mean, I can honestly say sometimes when you're watching the finals, you'd feel that Petron kind of went away from their system. I mean, of course, that's the goal of San Mig Coffee. That's obviously what they wanted. So for me, I think they just need to stick to what they're doing. They're a very good team. Probably they're gonna be the favorites again in the All Filipino Cup. Just they don't need to change much. They just need to continue to build and keep improving as a team. Their guys are studs. They've got really good players.
So that's the parang listening to you guys, parang the main takeaway as far as the three of you are concerned is for Petron. But don't look at the series as a failure. Look at it as like a step forward.
Building. I mean, it's tough, rin. Kasi syempre, they had so much expectations. They really wanted to win. Who doesn't want to win?
Yeah.
But you have to see where they're coming from. They've been saying that they've had a strong team, but they haven't made the finals till now.
Yeah.
And now you're in the finals. Fajardo's emerged. I mean,
For me also one thing, they have to figure out what they want to do with Arvin Santos. Because are they going to make him pa rin a crucial part of the team moving forward? Or do they have to scale back his role to give more playing time for sila Lassiter, for sila Lutz? These are things they have to figure out. Kasi si Carlo touched on it. Times are changing right now for Petron. So where does Arwin fit into the scheme, diba, moving forward? So that's something they have to
It's a
figure
bit tough though because he just won the MVP, diba?
Exactly.
Parang contradicting. But as I mentioned in previous episodes, it was a bit tough for him rin kasi there are times he was playing out of his position because of Millsap. So
So itagalin mo si Millsap sa All-Filipino.
Which
Arwin
is a 4.
will slide back and then so you have Junmar and then Arwin at the 5 and the 4. So
but I mean, he has a valid point, definitely, diba?
I think on one hand, pwede natin isipin na yung point ni Chuck is that, mapapaisip ka, ano bang gagawin ni Arwin now that Junmar is getting, 20 points and 20 rebounds. Can you imagine pag wala ng import, those numbers might even, might even increase.
Yep.
So yung si Arwin, anong gagawin ni Arwin now that Junmar is gobbling up all the rebounds and all the inside points. On the other hand, Arwin naman has never been the type na parang I need the ball, design some plays for me so I can score. So he's sort of like a guy who feeds off whatever yung
they'll complement each other.
Yun na
They
nga,
just need to learn.
Maybe that's the other school of thought.
Sorry, just last point. The only thing na I'm worried about Arwin is because Petron in the past, mahilig sila mag-long shot. And that's where Arwin gets a lot of his points on offensive rebounds and getting the rebound and putbacks.
But with the crack in
he's
there,
inside. He's in the perimeter, and if they run everything through him, pati yung post, mahirap nang makakuha ng mga offensive rebounds. Kung 60% shooter na rin naman si Fajardo. So ano pa yung magagawa ni Arwin to contribute? I think that's really a question for them moving forward.
parang parang lumalabas dito, parang lalabas stretch 4 maybe with someone that would complement.
Kaya naman niya, because teams are gonna have to double Fajardo and someone's gonna be open, whether it's Arwin or any of their shooters.
Which Arwin can do anyway, those mga stop and pops, mga 15-footer, ganyan. Okay, so those are just some of the lessons that we feel Petron might have learned from the Governor's Cup, but I think the four of us can also agree. Pagdating ng Philippine Cup,
Ay, katakot.
Sana hindi nila matutunan yung lessons.
this Petron team is going to be
sana hindi nila
a title contender.